with regard to services, if you just leave a kind of name, details, address, that kind of stuff, we can get back to you and see what we can do collaboratively, to work on getting what you want done. Now, some of you will throw down random things, but of course we'll look at every single thing that we can do. I think the best thing about that office is it can be very open and it can be very transparent. But what we need is input and feedback from you guys. So that's probably just one element that I thought would be very good with regard to sabbatical officers and what we can do for you, because more often than the time we're not there, and it's sometimes difficult to say, well, I think you need to protest the medical centre, or I think you need to, get this new service in, or something like that. It's sometimes hard to say something like that, but that's what it's there for, and I hope you use it. One of the biggest things that I wanted in was competitions for students. When I was here a couple of years ago, they did a lot of competitions that would kind of sort out someone for their food for the week, or maybe just a night out. And I've been trying to bring it in, from my own office rather than any of the other sabbatical officers. You'll see that many of the sabbatical team have competitions like with the radio, or during a certain campaign, but I was thinking more along the lines of a weekly one. So I'll be looking into something like a kind of €50 one for all voucher, or something like that, based on involvement and engagement with regard to a certain campaign or certain activity. This will take a bit of tweaking and a bit of heavy thought on my part, but I think it's good to get students involved in some way, and the incentive has to be there as well. It's not essentially bribing a student, but it's it's saying that to get involved might get you something, or might be a good push to get you something that the Students' Union can help you with, something like your shopping or even a night out. So I think it's probably a good idea to bring those back in, and I hopefully like to throw those out in the second semester. Another thing that I wanted to bring in was event-related costume links. So essentially, like around Halloween, that there would be a costume shop that would come on campus. Now, one did this year. That was not me at all, but it's a good thing to see, and hopefully we'll be able to push something like this for years to come. That we have something that is ready to go should we need it a week or two before a certain event. So coming up to something like Charity Week, if we're doing a certain theme, for example, I'm not saying that it is, but a circus theme, then we have things that are ready and to go to do people up for a circus theme, or even for something like Christmas Days, which is next week, or which is this week, sorry. That there's Santa hats and Santa Claus outfits and all that kind of stuff available to you should you want it. Now, Deegans were the group that came in on campus. I didn't actually know that they were coming, but from now on there will be a greater push to have something like this advertised more, and we'll push it to you guys, and hopefully you'll use it. So that's it. That's literally what has been going on in the office to date. We've done quite a few campaigns. Many of them have been fairly big. My biggest two, I think, were something like Mental Health Week, or or Shag Week. I thought it was a pretty big enough push, but one of the biggest things that needs to be noted is that ideas and madness can only really go so far. Often there's not a lot of money there to carry out something like this. I had mental ideas of mannequins in awkward positions and crazy stuff for campaigns week after week, and it just seems that it's a little bit difficult to pull off. I haven't lost my vigour in any way, shape or form, by no means, but I find that my job currently is, if I'm being honest, is all about cutting cost. And I never really thought that, but you have to start thinking critically. If we're at a stage like we are now, where we're talking about fees and we're protesting about how much money students are spending, then I will have to cut certain things. And even with the fees campaign this year, I feel that it's in some way lacking information. Now, by no means that doesn't mean I won't protest, but I think it's horrible to assume that students will just protest off the back. We need core information, and we don't need speculation, because we accepted too much last year with regard to speculation. For something like €6,000 as a fee, we got very scared and very worried about it, and then we accepted, the 1,500 to 2,000 jump, and that's not good enough. We still get hit with it, and many people drop out because of it. But it was a smart marketing plan by whoever wanted to get it in. And if we're going to keep doing this, then we're just going up steps of stairs. We need a informed, educated voice with regard to something like fees. So that'll be probably one of the biggest push. So my job in a nutshell really is cutting costs, coming up with imaginative ways that are cost effective for campaigns, and I suppose mobilizing people. That's very difficult. Normally I'd be the first out to shout about something or give an opinion about something or get people talking. I'm not one to not cause controversy myself, but often I find that the job that's there at the moment, it's going well. I'm very happy with it, but you're putting out fire is a good bit with regard to money issues and stuff that generally shouldn't impose on your office. But my new kind of view on the job is that will no longer affect the job. I'm going to work for the students that both voted for me and didn't vote for me, because normally I would be fulfilling my manifesto, but it's not my manifesto that needs to be fulfilled. It's what is needed by the students this year from me. So instead of fulfilling my own ideology of what the campaign service officer should do, I'm going to make it my priority to ensure that I am out about talking to you and finding out exactly what you need, because this is your students' union and I am your campaigns and services officer. So by all means, if there's anything at all that you need that will change how my office is run and how we go about things, by all means send it on to me. I'll be delighted to get your feedback. Thanks very much.